Beltway, about 10 miles east here in Landover. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
A second down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
Prescott now from the 50. Here's a screen now. Crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
As that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Prescott to throw it. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8. At the Commanders.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Howell out of the shotgun. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the 1st quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield past the offensive line into the back, it's hard to handle.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. They just get the play off. Now Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, these 2 teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington, where the Cowboys win. 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Press.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Pollard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard.
In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. This a 2nd and 8. Pollard gets it off the option, and he is met.
Definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott now. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys are able to widen their advantage. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game. Perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it.
Good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. And this one's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Howell. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the... A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. 17-0 our score after 1.
The score, Cowboys 17. Commanders nothing.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Prescott off play action. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Prescott.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And running with power here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Short throw to the tight end Thomas.
Into space at the 45.
And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And Howell will throw it.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now is 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Now Howell.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Prescott. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Prescott now from the 50.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Howell now to throw it. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Howell. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10. 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Option left. Howell's going to run with it.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
2nd down. Howell now.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Third and 2. Here's Howell. That is caught.
And bulldozing his way through. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Now he's into the clear again.
And they can't bring him down. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On play action, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Commanders 17.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles. As we get back underway in the second half.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back to throw, Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. Now he's free at the 35. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Powell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other. That's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Prescott to throw it. Able to hit his target, Lamb. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this. There he goes, right side. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
They will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A first down throw for Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Trying to run for it with Pollard.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
They'll run for it with Pollard.
He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup of 38. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Throwing here, Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around. Second down, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be second and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 91 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on first and 10. Nice run on second and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on third down? You're a little off balance.
Prescott off play action. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And you'll find some version of this play in just about every playbook in the NFL. It's an X-post cross. So on play action, you let the X receiver get downfield and start working right to left across the formation. What a beautiful throw, and it all comes together for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down into the backfield. It's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Commanders 38, Cowboys 31.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Option play, here's Pollard. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Howe. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Howell down to throw it. Got a man, it's Rodriguez. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And Howell will throw it.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Demarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Quick slant, Dotson.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
Able to slither by. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2nd down, Howell back to pass.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That is incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
That is caught. Schoonmaker.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Quan Martin there on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On play action, Prescott. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Gibson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Here's a give to Gibson.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's good. Well, Washington Commanders. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Let's go.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell
Keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
and the Commanders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score. Commanders 52. Cowboys 34.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Gonna run again here with Pollard. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3rd down at 6.
Prescott to throw it.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Washington, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.